Hi everybody, I'm back with the one and only Ivan, and yesterday I read to you the beginning where we meet Ivan and we find out he's a gorilla, a silverback gorilla who lives in a mall, and he has a domain, which is his cage, which is a white clear glass front with 3 concrete sides, and he can see the people who come in and watch him, and he could also see a little bit into the mall. He has a friend named Stella who's an elephant, and a parrot who also is in the big top. So I'm going to keep reading. It's called The Littlest Big Top on Earth. My neighbors here at the Big Top Mall know many tricks. They are an educated lot. They are more accomplished than I am. One of my neighbors plays baseball, although she's a chicken. Another drives a fire truck. He's a rabbit. I used to have a neighbor, a sleek and a thoughtful seal, who could balance a ball on her nose from dawn till dusk. Her voice was like the throaty bark of a dog chained outside on a cold night. Children wished on pennies and tossed them into her plastic pool. They glowed on the bottom like flat copper stones. The seal was hungry one day, or bored, perhaps, so she ate 100 pennies. Mac said that she'd be fine, but he was mistaken. Mac calls our show The Littlest Big Top on Earth. Every day at 2, 4, and 7 humans fan themselves, drink sodas, and applaud. Babies wail. Mac, dressed like a clown, pedals a tiny bike. A dog named Snickers rides on Stella's back. Stella sits on a stool. It's a very sturdy stool. I don't do any tricks. Mac says it's just enough for me to be me. Stella told me that some circuses move from town to town. They have humans that dangle on ropes twining from the tops of tents. They have grumbling lions with gleaming teeth and a snaking line of elephants, each clutching their limp tail in front of her. The elephants look far off into the distance so they won't see the humans who want to see them. Our circus doesn't migrate. We sit where we are, like an old beast too tired to push on. After our show, humans forage through the stores. A store is where humans buy things they need to survive. At the Big Top Mall, some stores sell new things like balloons, t-shirts, and caps to cover the gleaming heads of humans. Some stores sell old things that smell dusty and damp and long forgotten. All day I watch humans scurry from store to store. They pass their green paper, dry as old leaves, and smelling of 1,000 hands back and forth and back again. They hunt frantically, stalking, pushing, grumbling. Then they leave, clutching bags filled with things, bright things, soft things, big things. But no matter how full the bags, they always come back for more. Humans are clever indeed. They spin pink clouds you can eat. They build domains with flat waterfalls, but they are lousy hunters. Some animals live privately, unwatched, but that's not my life. My life is flashing lights and pointing fingers and uninvited visitors. Inches away, humans flatten their little hands against the wall of glass that separates us. The glass says you are this and we are that, and that's how it will be. Humans leave their fingerprints behind, sticky with candy and slick with sweat. Each night a weary man comes to wipe them away. Sometimes I press my nose against the glass. My nose print, like your fingerprint, is the first and last and only one. The man wipes the glass and then I'm gone. Here in my domain, I don't have much to do. You can only throw so many meatballs at humans before you get bored. A meatball is made by rolling up dung until it's the size of a small apple and then letting it dry. I always keep a few on hand. For some reason, my visitors never seem to carry any. In my domain, I have a tire swing, a baseball, a tiny plastic pool filled with dirty water, and even an old TV. I have a stuffed toy gorilla, too. Julia, the daughter of the weary man who cleans the mall each night, gave it to me. The gorilla has empty eyes and floppy limbs, but I sleep with it every night. I call it Not Tag. Tag was my twin sister's name. Julia is 10 years old. She has hair like black glass and a wide half-moon smile. She and I have a lot in common. We are both great apes, and we are both artists. It was Julia who gave me my first crayon, a stubby blue one, slipped through the broken spot in my glass along with a folded piece of paper. I knew what to do with it. I'd watched Julia draw. When I dragged the crayon across the paper, it left a trail in its wake like a slithering blue snake. Julia's drawings are wild with color and movement. She draws things that aren't real, clouds that smile and cars that swim. She draws until her crayons break and her paper rips. Her pictures are like pieces of a dream. I can't draw dreaming pictures. I never remember my dreams, although sometimes I awaken with my fists clenched and my heart hammering. My drawings seem pale and timid next to Julia's. She draws the ideas in her head. I draw the things in my cage, simple items that fill my days. An apple core, a banana peel, a candy wrapper. I often eat my subjects before I draw them. But even though I draw the same things over and over again, I never get bored with my art. When I'm drawing, that's all I think about. I don't think about where I am, about yesterday or tomorrow. I just move my crayons across the paper. Humans don't always seem to recognize what I've drawn. They squint, cock their heads, murmur. I'll draw a banana, a perfectly lovely banana, and they'll say, "It's a yellow airplane," or "It's a duck without wings." That's all right. I'm not drawing for them. I'm drawing for me. Mac soon realized that people will pay for a picture made by a gorilla, even if they don't know what it is. Now I draw every day. My work sells for $20 a piece, $25 with frame, at the gift shop near my domain. If I get tired and need a break, I just eat my crayons. And there are some of his drawings. I want you to think about what you like to draw, and maybe draw me a picture of something that really takes you away from everyday life. What can you draw me that says, this is what I like, this is what I like to do, and this is where I'd like to be? Draw it and make some captions for me underneath your picture telling me what it's about. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.